Hi everyone and welcome back to Maths with Sukirti Gaur YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to start with question number 7 of exercise 7.1 chapter 7 triangles. This is from class 9th Maths NCERT book. So we are done with question number 6 in this exercise. In question number 7, AB is a line segment and P is its midpoint. So everybody here can see AB is a line segment given here in this figure and P is the midpoint of this whole side AB. It means AP and PB will be equals to each other if P is the midpoint of AB. D and E are points on the same side of AB. On the same side of AB we have D and E points such that angle BAD, this one is equals to angle ABE. So ABE is this one. So these two angles are equal to each other, and angle EPA you can see here that is marked with black color, this one and this one. These both are equal. EPA and DPB show that triangle DAP, this one is congruent to triangle EBP. So this triangle is congruent to triangle this. We have to prove this in this question, and the second part says AD equals to BE. So on that will come later on. First let us try to prove both of the triangles congruent which are asked to us. So for proving triangles congruent, you all know that we have to follow certain criterions. I have explained all the criterions in my first video, which is introduction of triangles. If you have not watched that video, please go and watch that video so that you know every criterion which we are going to use in this exercise. Let us start with this question. First thing which I can take common in both of these triangles is in triangle DPA. Let us also write the triangles we want to prove congruent, DAP and triangle EBP. So what do we take? We take some parts common out of these two triangles and then we say with the criterion that they are congruent to each other. So first thing which is common in between is angle BAD, which is here, which is from which triangle? And triangle DAP. So angle BAD is equals to, in EBP triangle we have this angle ABE, this one. It is equal to angle ABE. So ABE angle is from triangle EBP and BAD angle is from triangle DAP. First thing in common we have got here. So if I write this condition, angle EPA, you can see here EPA, this angle is equals to, it is given to us, is equals to angle DPB. I am just writing this condition. I have not explained from which triangles are these two angles. So if I have written this condition and in front of you, if I try to see this EPA is a part of angle DPA. If I try to get this angle DPA, you can see here from DPA we have this angle, right? And what we have been given to us in the question is this part. Let me take another color to highlight this part EPA, which is given to us. If I add DPE, this part, DPE to it, plus angle DPE, also I add this angle DPE onto the another side with DPB. Very carefully, be with me here. We have been given DPB on the other side. If I add DPE, angle DPE with this one, we will be getting this whole angle, which is what? EPB. So let me write here angle DPE. So if you will see carefully, And if you draw this figure in your own notebook and try to find out what is angle EPA plus DPE, EPA is this one plus DPE is this one. If I try to add both of them, I'll be getting DPA. I'll be getting angle DPA. And you'll be surprised to know that this is from the triangle DAP. DAP. So one of the angle of triangle DAP is angle DPA, which I have got from which condition? From angle APA plus angle DPE. And you all know this thing, that whenever I add same value to both the sides of equation, there is no change in the equation. It will remain equal. Right? So we have got on the left side angle DPA and on the other side RHS, we will be getting angle DPB plus DPE. Angle DPE, let me all rub this. Angle DPB is this one plus angle DPE is this one. So the whole angle which is forming is from triangle EBP. You can see here it is one of the angle from triangle EBP, that is angle EPB. So we have got another angle pair from where we can say that angle DPA is equals to angle EPB. So let us also write the reason. This is given. Condition this was given to us, but what we have got here is by given. And the next thing which is common in between these triangles is side, which I told you in the beginning that AP is equals to PB. AP is equals to PB. And you tell me AP is from triangle DAP. So I have written in the section of DAP, and PB is from triangle EPB, EBP, or you can say this I have written in the section of triangle EBP. So we have got one side. This is also given as P is the midpoint. You can also write his P is midpoint. This was not given directly, but we got to know when we saw that P is the midpoint of side AB. So we are getting one angle here, one side in the middle, and another angle from here. So it is a criterion ASA. We are getting an angle, side in between, and angle at the last. So by ASA criterion, by ASA congruency, can I say triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP? Yes. See, I can only explain you the concepts. What you are going to do, you are going to make this figure in your notebook and just follow the things which I have done here. You will get to know how I am getting this condition, especially this one. You need to get this one, and then you will see that we are getting an angle at first, then side in between, and then angle at the last. The triangles gets us sometimes very confused that where they are and what we need to take at first so that we can prove them congruent. But if you will see carefully and giving time to each and every question, you will get to know that this is very easy. So by ASA congruency, triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP, and the second part here comes, which is to prove AD equals to BE. Now tell me, AD is a part of which triangle? AD is a part of triangle DAP. So if I've proved DAP congruent to EBP, and the next thing BE is from triangle EBP. You can see here EBP. So in the second part, I can say by CPCT, which means corresponding parts of congruent triangles, when we prove two triangles congruent, their each and every part becomes equal to each other, corresponding parts I would say. So AD will be equals to BE. Just by writing CPCT, you can say AD is equals to BE, but only when you have proved both of the triangles congruent. It is not possible that you are not doing the first part and only attempting the second one and just writing the second answer as by CPCT AD equals to BE, just because Sukirti ma'am has told you that by just writing this CPCT you can prove the second part. No, because you have to solve the first part, then only your ma'am or sir will know that you have proved these two triangles congruent, and hence you are saying that congruent part of corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So we are done with the question number 7 of this exercise. I'll be starting next question in next video. If you have understood the solution, please like the video. If you have not subscribed the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. Also hit the bell icon so that you never miss any update. If you have any query regarding this question or any another question to ask, please comment me in the comment box. Till then, take care. Bye bye.